Okay, we're back. Hello, everyone. Let us talk to Hien and move on. There you are, Miro. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in this time. Yeah, so it's not all covered in like rubble and shit now, if you didn't notice. It's pretty good. We even have an ether right now, courtesy of the Oni Shushu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light's seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But onto the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are in my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alpha and Alisai will be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I'll be there. I knew I could count on you. When you are ready, come in and join me at my humble abode, the Kian Can. The guardsmen will see you in. Look, there's Alphino and Alisai, and Hakuro. He's no longer in his Imperial outfit. The residents took the news of the Imperial delegation well enough. It should be business as usual. Thanks to Master Alphino and Mistress Alisai's assurances, the people are reacting calmly to Imperial presence. So, it's to be a peace negotiation. I'm curious to see what the ambassador brings to the discussion table. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in?
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Doma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Doma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korjin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Doma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe, and I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Doma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Alright. That the Empire should send Yotsu's stepbrother of all people. I wonder how he feels, a son of Doma returning home to speak for the oppressors his countrymen drove out. The fact that there are two opposing factions at work in Garlemald complicates matters. Even assuming Asahi and his associates can be trusted, what of the others? Whatever Lord Hien's decision should be, I shall abide by it. Yet, I would be glad to welcome my lost brothers back to Doma. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it, but on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They are not to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean. Nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me that I have little choice but to accept. Regardless, with so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the Kami knows when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we discuss these two? I fear what that follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happened. Come on, Miro, let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep LSA company. We are safe for now. Same, would you fight Alphino? Worry not, Miro. We shall take care of the rest. Go and keep LSA company. You hate the twins so much. So the answer is yes? A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Miro. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question, what to do while they prattle on. Oh yeah. His forgotten home. You hate Astro rework? I saw a post complaining about it. Apparently they're going to be fixing it by the next patch, 7.1 or 7.01, not 7.1. All right, we want for a better suggestion. What say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. And it's not as if we'll be missed here, will we? Miro, a moment, if you would. Ah, Yugiri, and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Miro? Business? No, but pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed Slayer of Gods and Champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you were an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the woman who would do battle with our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lydia Giri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He'd not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? It'd be my pleasure. I'm quite sure he'll be safe with you, Yugiri. But yeah, well, it'll be my pleasure. We can just go take him somewhere and just stab him in the back. In that case, I will join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yangsha. Might we start at the town of Monzen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. Only one DPS card, you have to instantly recognize the whole hand of 3 and play them based off that. Lost Astrodyne, I don't know what that is. So you're down that buff. You lost around 6% group damage buffing and lost about 2% personal DPS. Astro was already like, they cycle back and forth, which sucks even more. Yeah. Why am I running down here? I'm too late. Astrodyne was the one that played your 3 sealed for the boss. Oh, okay. I do know that one. I just never knew the name. Yeah, so apparently they're going to be buffing light speed and adjusting the drawing of cards. You destroy Alphino and pee on his corpse? I mean, that's kind of mean. Alphino's mostly good now. I like the music here. Alright, so we gotta go up to Monzen. It might actually be faster to just teleport. Let's go to the House of the Fierce. There might actually be a ferry that takes us over here, actually. Might need a 40-second timer for Astros and Raids. Pre-draw mage, you need a minimum a 30-second. Yeah, so apparently they're going to be changing the time on the draws. So that may not hold out to be true. But I can also see Astros being foregone, unless their buffs are super powerful. I can see them not actually putting them into play. I thought those things, that Angada there was named Angela. I was like, wait, what? I'll admit, I was hoping for a more leisurely trip around Yangsha, but if it's a choice between this or listening to my brother rambling on, well, here I am. Would that something could be done about these mechanical soldiers? Nay, can this truly be Monzen? Home of the cream of Doma Samurai? I had heard that Yotsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could have ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. This is a pretty good theme, eh? I like it. And this is the town he's talking about. It's actually not all that destroyed. There's still... There we go. I don't believe for one moment that he came to see the sights of Yangsha. The question, what did he come for? Lord Hien would often come here to gaze at the castle. He was but one of many to take inspiration from its majesty. It is a travesty. A travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the sight of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis. The needs of the people must come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you follow me, I will be ready by our boat. Man, the people in Namai are gonna love a Garlean just strolling through the village. I know when a Sane comes to the Yangsha, they get all anxious. Because if a Sane was part of any culture in Final Fantasy XIV, he would almost certainly be a Garlean. Oh look! One of these missions. This excursion has proven to be more relaxing than I expected. It has been some time since I last visited Namai, yet Issei often visits the enclave with young Asami. So we do not want for news from the village. Ready to cast off? Sane's ready to cast off.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble. Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
See, Vector? Look at this. He's a member of the Empire, but look how much he's fighting for peace.
Away with you!
Yeah, also just stand in that. Good plan.
It is nothing.
Damn it, even with instant cast or swift cast fire, I was too slow. Oh well.
Leave this to me.
All this for 2 children? What do they even want with them? Oh, I definitely didn't make it.
I'll open you. The art of my forebears.
There we go. What is she doing? That's a cool effect. She's using Bunshin. Killed the big one. Yeah. Good, it's still spawning, so. Okay, it matters a little. Here goes. Blue. He's a soft shell of the red. Flare. Mowing the Eastman always puts you in a bad mood. The city charges you for not mowing my grass. You should be able to charge them for not mowing theirs. I mean, I agree. Wholeheartedly.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsuyu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Not about that. True reform can only come from within.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
What does this man know of my time in Ishgard? Have you been spying on me, Asahi? Red Kojin's presence here does not bode well. We must inform Lord Hien. Quite the swordsman, isn't he? I wonder, did the Empire train him to kill before or after appointing him ambassador? Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero Bjorzi in action, and few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least, few who lived to tell the tale. A guilty conscience. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord, but when am I? You seem so eager to observe the villagers beyond going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in imperial uniform, with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however, thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would, and with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal for the time we return. Well then. Do I get to go right back to the Doma Enclave, or do I have more to do here? Yeah, unfortunately, I have to go over there because they're gonna, they don't want me to just teleport to the Doma. That's fine. Time to fly my space whale over there. Hussein, how do you feel about the space whale's penis? bigger. Yeah. It's true. Do you think the lunar whale and Eden get into fights over that? Like the lunar whale's like just like, hey Eden, you're compensating, aren't you? Oh, okay, never mind. I probably could have just teleported there. Do you want to let me off my mount? No? Okay. There we go. To the Doma Enclave. Alright, well, let's teleport over to the Aetheryte, and then we will take a quick break, as that excursion took around 30 minutes. By the way, we're actually super close to the end of patch 4.2. So, that said, don't go anywhere. We got more FF14 for you.